Come on. Okay, well that worked. Should be working. Okay. So, funny story. One of the DJs that I follow on Twitch is from DC. And it's kind of funny because I just talked about how I have it up here and it still said my sound alerts wasn't working. And I'm like, how is it not working? I have my stream manager up and everything going on here. She just went live. It must be 1 o'clock, yeah. And I don't know why it doesn't say I have. Oh well. Yeah, it says computer. Wow, I'm like struggling to push frames here. All of a sudden. Grab this. Lock that. Kind of want to grab my gloves, but might be okay. It's deceptively I don't want to say it, not warm. Deceptively cooler than normal. Guy's back here honking at the pigeons because they won't get out of his way. It's like, dude, if you drive, they'll get out of your way. You don't have to honk at them. Which is really funny because the guy, he's driving right past the guy that is feeding the pigeons, which is what is causing them to be all bunched up right there. Anyways, acquiring GPS signal. I'll wait. The DJ I was talking about, she has a van as well that she has been converting. Hers is way better than mine. Hers is actually set up to actually DJ out of. But her and her spouse, her wife, they go back to California all the time, so it's really handy for them. But she is a DJ based out of here. She's a resident DJ at one of the clubs here. But somebody just tried to call me without a caller ID, which is kind of sus. is it? From my out processing this morning? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is chilly out here. It's 50 degrees out, but it is chilly. I'm glad I put my spandex on. Looks like our frame is coming, our stream's coming back since I got a phone call. It's like, people quit trying to call me during the middle of a stream. Wow, I haven't worn these shoes for such a long time. They actually feel kind of funny to run in. But anyways, this DJ friend, she's not friend, I guess, per se, acquaintance really, but she just went live as well, and she has on there that when OBS isn't working, you stream from your van. So she's currently streaming from her van because OBS isn't working for her, and I'm like, so I wonder if it's like a thing going on right now, because since my sound alerts came up, even though I was able to successfully get my laptop on and acting as running my OBS and my stream manager. So it's strange that, it's saying that my sound alert still isn't working, but maybe there's something going on with OBS. It was really bright out. That's why I had to wear my sunglasses. The only ones I have that aren't broken yet, my Vans. That's why I got these really cool white Vans on. But I had a pair of Gooders, and I don't know what happened to them. Those were my favorite sunglasses for when I'm running. Was made by Sanofi or something like that. I don't remember. I'd have to look again. But those were like my favorite. Those things were nice. But so my goal today, so everything went well this morning for my out processing. So I'm kind of officially done. I just got to turn my computer and everything in tomorrow. So, just to update y'all, I was thinking about, I told you yesterday, breaking my dog Nessa out of daycare right now and going into DC proper and spend some time in there. But I decided to instead, because I know she's not going to want to do any running, but because I am extremely short of miles, we're going to try, which is why actually I parked here at the airport too, because I was going to drive and park in the National Mall area, but decided that I need the extra miles, so that is why I parked out here at Gravelly Point. Plus it's free 3-hour parking, where if I go and park in the National Mall, it's cost money and it's 2 hours max. So we're gonna use this as a tell. I haven't really ate anything all day, so that's what's going to impact me. I had a fancy coffee latte this morning, so that was my breakfast. So I don't know how well I'm going to feel to get a lot of miles in, but we're going to go. And then my phone only has about 75% charge, and being that it's a little bit chillier out, I don't know how long battery's gonna last. But and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna get a run in before my appointment to turn the equipment in, which will probably be around my appointment's at 11. Okay, now it's working again. I had to restart. What is going on with this freaking Streamlabs? It's like when I went to, because I just restarted it, it blew out my, yeah, I can see it. Blew out my dashboard too, so I gotta wait for it to come up. But I don't know what is going on with it. Makes absolutely no sense. Anyways, what I was saying, which you guys should have still been able to hear my audio, you just couldn't see anything, if anybody stayed on that long, since they couldn't see any video. But so tomorrow morning I'll probably get, my goal is at least 8 miles, if not 10. We might, depending on how big the loop is, how long it is, we might take and do it twice, or weave around, or do whatever. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Not only does it look like I lost my mod account, but looks like I lost my stream manager too when it froze. That's always nice. Oh, there's the dashboard back again finally. And again telling me that my sound alerts isn't working. Don't know why that is. And then once I get done turning my equipment in, wait for it to get a little less noisy. Freeway traffic and a plane going overhead isn't good. But once I get done, turn my equipment in, then I'm gonna go grab Nessa from daycare, and then that's 1 mile right there. So we're probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might be able to get 7 miles out of this. We'll see. But we're gonna get on the road. We're not gonna be able to go to Dolly Sods because there's a storm front moving in, which goes way south. Like it's hitting Dallas today, I think. And even Dallas and Austin, Texas are like 40 degrees and raining. But it's a chance of snow and rain here, which means up on the high elevations at Dolly Sods, it's going to be snow. So I just got to figure out now which route I want to take. So the further south I go, guaranteed rain. If I head up north, I actually get through it like there's no rain. It's just cold. 15-degree temps and be no precipitation, or 40, 50-degree temps, depending on how far I make it, of course. We'll just say 40-degree temps with rain, guaranteed rain. So I figure it out. Looking at the long forecast, I think we're gonna have to be in southern Arizona for a little while in order to be able to get some good training in. The temperatures are probably good enough in Flagstaff that we could run there, but I won't be able to get any vertical. There's too much snow still on the sides of the mountain based upon one of my friends that's there right now sent me some pictures. So I can definitely get some good high altitude running, but not any vertical. So I think we're gonna try and head down to around Tucson probably. So there's some good mountains there, public land with decent cell service, so I could still stream. Well, depending on where I park, of course. But maybe stay there for a week and then see how the weather's doing again, and possibly cruise up to Flagstaff after that. I need to get at least 2 weeks of higher mileage in, if not 3. That's what I would be hoping for. If I can get a 100-mile week the last week of March, first week of April time frame, I will be extremely happy. And then I just need to be pushing like minimum of 80 miles all the weeks around that, starting next week. I should be able to do 80 miles next week, even though this week I'm maybe gonna get 35. We'll see. But the 2 weeks, well, last week I didn't do very well either. The week before that I was pushing 80. And the week before that I was pushing 80, so I should be able to bounce back pretty quick. What do they got going on up here? Something going on. I don't get why they... So this was like a steel gate, and the steel gate is still there. They just framed around it with wood. What pace am I? Can't see your name, but P Noodles or something like that. It's hard to read with my sunglasses on. So for when I'm just like knocking out mileage, I'm generally between 8.5 minute miles. That's my easy mile pace. If I'm streaming, then I'm usually around a 9-minute mile pace. Like right now I'm running a 9:09, just because it's hard to run a little bit faster when you're holding onto a gimbal. There's the Jefferson. Second to the last look of all this stuff. Oh, I forgot my other camera. Damn it. was gonna bring my other camera, and I forgot. Gosh dang, now it's kind of dark. Take my sunglasses off, but I don't know where to put them. So I'm gonna put them right here. Hopefully that won't. $9:09? No, that wouldn't be that'd be a 2-hour, that'd be like a 2-hour half marathon pace. 2-hour marathon pace is like a 5 or a 4:50 something. My marathon pace is actually, let's go this way. We haven't gone this way for a long time. Yeah, my marathon pace is a 6:45-ish, somewhere around there. My half marathon pace is about a 5:50. I can do the fastest half marathon I've ever did was a 1:16. There we go. Right now, at my fitness level, I'm probably closer to around a 1:30, I would say, for a half marathon, probably. Gosh dang, there's a lot of people out here. I'm trying to avoid them all because I thought that last group was taking this other trail. Then they started heading down this way. Weeks. And they are definitely a little different than my dailies. But it's my daily shoe. Depends on how far I'm running. Anything, well, depends on how far I'm running, what my pace is, and what temperature it is outside. But typically I would say anything shorter than a 16-mile run, I don't carry any water or fluids. If it's cooler like today, weather-wise, I could go as far as probably 21, 22 miles without any water or fluids, as long as I'm not trying to push a marathon pace. If I'm just out easy miles or slightly faster. Let's see if we can make it across. And like food, like gel or whatever, typically it would have to be a long run for me to do that, unless I'm trying to train specifically to intake food. Then I force myself to do it while I'm out on the run, just to start training my body again, kind of like when I'm getting ready for my ultras, just so I can get used to me being able to eat and run at the same time. But typically that I'm doing like more substantial type of food, gels, and I'm not a big fan of gels. My stomach doesn't react well to them. I can do Spring Energy, which I don't necessarily really consider a gel. So I will do quite a few of those when I'm, doing like a marathon race or my ultras. Typically, if I'm doing a marathon, I'm probably intaking 4 Spring Energies in the whole run. And then if I do carry a water bottle with me, because a lot of times I'll just rely on the aid stations because I don't need a lot of water. But if I do carry one with me, then it's usually Morton mix that I carry in there. And if that's the case, then I'll even reduce the amount of Spring Energy I take. Looks like my fear. It was like that yesterday when we ran out here too. The cherry blossoms are starting to bloom. I'm going to be about a week late, but based upon the weather, I am definitely not going to stick around just to see it. But they are blooming. These trees up here are actually starting to get pretty good. So you can see all the cherry blossoms are starting to go. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but look at, it's gonna explode, that's for sure. Love when people hug the sidewalk because they don't even think about the fact that, hey, maybe I'm going slower than other people. Wow, there is a shitload of people waiting to go up inside of the Washington Monument up here. It's crazy. I haven't seen that many people for a long time. Of course, we're never here this time of day in the middle of the week, so that would be why I never see it, I'm guessing. The Washington Monument. I'm going to try and not walk into the marble bench here. That's nice. There we go. It's back. Let me check comments because I have to read them in a weird. So I would never do Imodium, but I am, so here's what I recommend if you have tummy issues. You gotta find something that works. So like me, I always have the same pre-race work routine. I eat the same meal the day before, and then the next morning I wake up, go through the same pre-race ritual, and I'm guaranteed that, like, I've never had an issue. I'll, like, one final poop, you know, about an hour calories. Like, many people, that's what gels will do to their tummy. There's the Lincoln. I don't know if we want to run down there or not. I am going to run up here. We're going to run that direction towards the U.S. Capitol. I had to take my sunglasses away because it was pretty dark with those sunglasses on. See if I can get you a good photo of the Washington Monument again. Of course, my stream, now that I'm showing the Washington Monument, it's going to crash. So I'm beginning to think, oh sure, and then as soon as I go away from the Washington Monument, the frames per second start to come back. See if this will work here. Getting warm out here. There we go, now the frames are coming back. That's true. Video should be back now. I think it's actually something against the Washington Monument. Every time I try and show it is when the signal. Yeah, full 5G UW even. And it is having issues. Doesn't make any sense. Don't get it. But we're gonna run here up here towards the U.S. Capitol. Okay, reconnected. Who knows how long that'll last. I have full signal. Like the signal cannot get any better than it is right now. So I don't know why. I swear it has something to do with Verizon messed up my phone somehow. Because I went and got had added MiFi onto my plan, so I have internet in my van, and ever since then, I mean, we've always occasionally had issues with the stream doing whatever. You know, you could be correct. But we've always occasionally had issues depending on where we're at, and I do know for a fact that depending on the high profile individual, they do have jammers that'll jam stuff when they drive by in cars and stuff. But I seriously think, because it has been so much worse in just the last week and a half, ever since that is the Capitol in the distance. Yep. We are running towards it. But yeah, ever since they messed around with my phone plan, having crap on or doing whatever, look at all these tour buses. Holy cow. It is. This is the one out of the things I'm going to miss about DC. Being able to run in this area, I'm going to miss it so much. Like on a Sunday morning during the summer. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like in the summer when it's still, you know, because it'll get hot and humid here. But if you go early enough, like on a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning, and there's not very many people out here, nice cool weather, but you're also getting like the early morning sun on everything. That is my favorite time to run. Between that and like a Friday night in the summer, about an hour before sunset, so you can be in this area when the sun is setting, and the way the colors and everything light up everything is really cool. I really like it, and I am gonna miss that. I loved, like, that was the one thing I was excited about when I got this assignment out here, because I used to come out here for work all the time and I would run out here. So knowing that I was going to be able to run again in this area when I got assigned find out here. I was super excited about that. I also thought about going to the museum. This is the only museum that I really want to go to. Well, as of for kind of work, let's put it this way, as of, let's see, what time is it? It's 13:37, so 2 hours ago, I do nothing for work, which is why I'm leaving DC. I officially out process, as I'm in the military, so I'm an HR guy, sat behind a desk, and I am officially done. So I just got to turn my computer in tomorrow morning, and then me and the dog are hitting the road. And we're living the van life and just going wherever we feel like. Yeah, one of my friends, I watched a guy kind of do a kind of a version of that too, even though for me I think it would be easier, but he did 1 mile every hour for 24 hours, so half the distance. But I guess really, we got the light, we can make it across. But really for a 24-hour period, it's the same distance. And it was tough watching him. He was an ex-Olympian, and watching him try and do 1 mile every hour 24 hours. Like, he got towards the end and he was just like it was tough, like, just to do 1 mile. Oh wow, that's a new crane. This crane never used to be here. That's the that's the Air and Space Museum right there. But one of them, the better one, is actually out at Dulles Air Force Base. This one I've been inside. It's pretty cool too. But they've been doing construction on this thing for a long time. But that crane has never been there. That I remember. Maybe it has. Okay. Let's see. So when you're starting your route to this area 1.5 miles closer than you normally do, it messes with you. So I just glanced down and I'm like, how the hell am I only at 3.5 miles? Because we would be hitting the 5 mile mark here pretty quick. In fact, as soon as we hit this next street, would be into the normal 5 mile mark on my normal routes. But and like how long we've been running is messing with me, because I'm like, dude, we're usually 45 minutes of running already by now. Which, I mean, we're pretty close anyways, just because I've been lollygagging around and not pushing very hard. Well, we had quite a bit at the beginning of the stream too. Oh, we must be on permanent? No, we're not. We had quite a bit of time at the beginning of the stream where I was trying to get it going too, but holy cow, look at all the tour buses over here too. Look at that. This is what's unusual. That's why I've never seen this many people out here. And they continue on over there. Because we don't normally have, or we haven't had tour buses for a long time. All the food trucks. I have this theory about these food trucks. Because if you look at them, they all look very similar. Like these big, huge, fancy menu boards, you know, vinyl wrapped on the side of the truck, that kind of stuff. And a lot of them have very similar. So I have this theory that wow, see, I've never been here during this time of the day, so having to wait to cross here is crazy to me. And there's a lot of like construction and barricades and all sorts of stuff going here that wasn't here a month ago when the last time I was here. But anyways, get back to this food truck theory of mine. I have this theory that these fast food chains own most of these food trucks. Because if you think about it, it would make sense. You're broadening your thing because you're losing, you know, business from your normal fast food place because of that, because of these food trucks. So why not buy your own food truck and serve the same food? Something going on over there too. I don't know what it is. Something important. No idea. I kind of want to run around the Capitol. There's the view back that direction. I'll zoom in for you guys. I do like the views. I like the views. And I'll zoom in over here for you guys. But we are only at not quite 4 miles. So oops. So we're gonna run around the Capitol. You guys will see the backside. As long as we can get close. Sometimes they have it barricaded off. And if that's the case, then I'm not running around. We're just gonna turn around and come back this way, because when they have it barricaded off, it makes for a long detour. But I see some people running down the path, so I don't think they have it barricaded off. No idea what they got going on up here. If it's like a demonstration or a farewell or what? Protest? I have no idea. Guess you guys are gonna find out like me. Where was I at? I think it was oh, that's Ted Cruz talking. That's Ted Cruz. Sure, Ted Cruz. I recognized the voice and then I saw him, and definitely Senator Ted Cruz. I'll have to tell my coworkers, hey, watch the feed from Senator Cruz. Let's see, which way do we want to go? Let's go this way. The things you randomly see in DC. I know. There was one time we were out here running, and we ran. It was actually up here. We were on the other side, and pretty sure it was.
At one point, some of the literature, they said, "Oh, people are going to go in there and do all kinds of April
Pride." This hill sucks. I got a message from a girl that I have not got a message from in a very, very long time. So I'm like, what is that about? Breathing hard, going up this hill, breathing hard. Oh, they do have to barricade it off. Well, let's see how far around it goes. Hopefully not very far. There's some breaks in the gate, so it makes me wonder if I can run through there, but looks like, yeah, it looks like right here. So we're good. We don't have to do the long detour out to the Supreme Court, which is right there. And then you got the Library of Congress, some of their buildings. They have like 3 buildings, but that's the main one. That's the one where Nicolas Cage went in for during what the heck was the name of that movie? I don't remember now. National something. I don't remember. But that was it. Right there. There's the Library of Congress. There's the Supreme Court. Okay, well, let's continue around, and something important must be going on here. So many people, like important looking people, black SUVs, which is kind of funny. So yesterday, those exact same looking SUVs, black SUVs over there, those Suburbans, were sitting out in Gravelly Point, like where I parked today, because I parked there yesterday for the run, and it was like there was one there, and then another one came screaming through, and then once he like got there, then a whole bunch of others left, or yeah, the one that was there left, and then another one come, and then that one would leave. And it was a little crazy, like what was going on? Look at all of them out here. Makes you wonder what was going on. What is going on today? National Treasure. Yes. You are correct. That is the movie I was trying to think of. It does make me wonder what's going on. But yeah, that was right there is where he went into. You know, all these streams I do, Supreme Court again, I think the funnest thing I have, and I am by no means a local here, but I do so much running. I see cities by my feet. Whenever I go to a new city I haven't been into, I'll go for runs and check out everything. Well, the favorite thing I have or that I do when I'm out here streaming, especially like today, where I don't really have any like end goal, I guess you could say. Seen more of the city than a lot of locals are running. I know. Exactly. But I love playing tour guide when I come out here on these streams. Well, now when I go and let's see, I think I gotta go up here and take the sidewalk. I see the stream is starting to have issues again. So that's always fun. I don't pay attention to it all the time, so I don't know when it goes up and down. Well, they're doing a lot of work, redoing the front, putting up new scaffolding, all that kind of stuff. Let's go this way. Although now that I'm heading this way, I should have gone the other way because I thought these school kids would be coming up the other path. Nope, they're coming from over there, or they're coming up this way. And I always feel weird passing a bunch of kids while I'm live streaming. There's a lot of weirdos out there. I mean, I would hope that I would not be I guess my stream, I would hope that I wouldn't be attracting the real weirdos to my stream. I mean, you have to be weird to watch my stream. Sorry PT Noodles, I just gotta say that. You gotta be weird in order to want to watch my stream. Need to reset. There we go, it's back. We're back in front of the US Capitol again. School trip. I know. I never got to do anything cool like that. When I was in school, I went to a really small school though. The highlight of like my school, if you got to do any school trips, was our foreign language club. Every 4 years would do a trip to Europe because we only had 3 foreign languages in my school, so you either got to go Spanish, French, or German. That was it. It's all our only options. So going to Europe was perfect and it would take 4 years for everybody to save up money. Let's see, so they got that path blocked off. And they got that path blocked off. So we got to go all the way over here to cross. I don't understand what all these barricades are for. It's ridiculous. It's like, you're obviously not blocking it off so people can't get to where they like, why do you have the path blocked off? I'm all about directing foot traffic, but that's just ridiculous, because then you just come right back. Oh, it looks like it might have actually been open. Oh well. Wait to get around the sign and then we'll go around him. Sure, I missed it. I missed it. They are. Yeah, this whole National Mall area is just one giant park. We're gonna try and get back over on the gravel and run next to Oh look, I'm getting spam over on the YouTube side, I think. Usually just by the name, it always looks like it's Russians trying to spam me over on the YouTube side. Well, the joke's on them because nobody watches me on live stream on my YouTube side. They only watch it after the fact. Look at all these people. Gosh dang, there's so many people out here. This is just nuts. Just nuts. And they're just spread out amongst the whole thing here. It's like, look at how wide this is. It's like you don't have to. A little faster. Yeah, I was just running a 7.5 minute mile. No biggie. It was just because I wanted to get through those people. This looks like it's all blocked off, so don't have to wait for the light. Now I'm tilted to the right for no reason. It's going on my gimbal now. Okay, so if we go, I gotta think about this now. So if we go up to there, we should get a little over 8 miles maybe. Of course, I was looking at my watch. So we are probably, here I'll zoom in again. So from the Washington Monument to the U.S. Capitol is around a mile? I want to say might be a little over a mile. Because, so from the Lincoln all the way down, no, that can't be right. For some reason, I'm thinking from the Lincoln all the way down to the Capitol is 2.5 miles. So that would put it from, it's less than a mile from the Washington Monument to the Lincoln. So that means it'd have to be about 1.5 miles to the Washington Monument to the Capitol? Because I don't think it sits right in the middle. But I don't remember. If we can find a map here, we can look. There's one right up here. So we'll go look. I got time. I don't have to pick my dog up until 5. So we got 3 more hours. Although my battery will not last that long on my phone, even though I did think about bringing my vest and carrying my extra battery pack. But I didn't really want to be out here that long. Just wanted to get some extra miles. And I did kind of want to rescue her a little bit early, if I can. And take her to the park. So we'll go up here to this map and we can see how far the distances are. Okay, so it is, yeah, 2.25 miles from the U.S. Capitol to the Lincoln Memorial. So it wasn't 2.5, but it is a little bit I don't see any mileages on here. I'm trying to look and see. So that would make it, I know it's about 3/4 mile here, because that was on my normal route. So that would make this about 1.5 miles, I guess. It just doesn't seem like it would be that far. To me being out here, it doesn't seem like it would be that far, but that's got to be about what it is. So. I am a huge And when I say huge, I mean huge. Like science nerd. So, like, and specifically a space nerd, but I like all science, new tech, that kind of stuff. I go nerd over. Flat straight line? No, never. But like, what, 2 months ago? Maybe a little more than that now. When my friend was out here visiting, she was, I hate going and doing stuff like this by myself, so I took the opportunity with her being out here to go see some of these museums. I think she just humored me to go with me. Unless the treadmill counts. Heck yeah, it counts. But so we went into the Air and Space Museum, and like I said, I was hoping a little bit better, but then I was talking to people, and the good one is really big out at Dulles Air Force Base. Actually has one of the space shuttles in it. But we decided to just go inside one of these other ones that always has like a traveling, not necessarily a traveling, but not a permanent display, so temporary display, that's what I'm trying to say. And luck would have it, it was all about future like tech type stuff. And oh my goodness, I didn't want to leave there. In fact, there's part of me that really wants to go into it again if it's still here, because it's just right up here, but I don't think it is anymore. It looks like they might have changed it. It was so cool. There was some cool stuff in there. You know, now that we're actually running this, it is everything Pete is gone again. This stream, I don't get it. Now what is going on? I mean, we're out in the wide open. Oh no, they still got it is still the futures. Welcome to the futures. Banners over there. That thing was so cool. They had like these, I guess essentially like hover cars that are like real world tech. This isn't like prototype stuff that ain't gonna happen. This is stuff that's actually gonna happen. It was so cool. There's these, I don't remember which company. It wasn't Elon Musk's SpaceX. It was one of the other rocket private companies that creating these hyper tube like train pod thingies. And that was pretty cool too. Like essentially you'd be in this like pod and flying, like zip into the like super fast, like 800-900 miles an hour in between cities. It was like crazy. You could cross the whole US and it was like an hour and a half or something like that, like faster than commercial planes. It was super cool. Now that would be huge infrastructure costs. I do think they're going to get it for like some cities, in between some cities, like the closer cities, like up here in the Northeast, or between like LA and San Diego or something, you know. I could definitely see it happening. Oh, there's my 20% battery warning. So we will need to head back. Which means I'm probably going to lose the stream battery-wise Not because it just keeps freezing on me, but because my phone's going to run out of battery before we make it all the way back. But it'll be okay. Like I said, we'll be about 8 miles. That's a good distance. Oh. Maybe tomorrow I can park down by the Lincoln tomorrow morning and like run up and back this whole thing, but like run on the street over to my left currently and go through a lot of the government buildings, and then maybe run back on this gravel path and then turn around and go up the other street over there. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, it should last. You're at 20%. It'll be close if we get all the way back or not. I think we'll be okay. But yeah, then run back like the street going through the other government buildings and then maybe back on the gravel again or something. I don't know, we figure it out. Or maybe go a couple blocks and run through like Chinatown or whatever. We can see. Yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching though. This is a little I wasn't sure if I would even have anybody watching, since this is not a normal time for me. This whole week has not been a normal time. Well, actually the last 2 weeks. But I'm hoping once me and my dog get established somewhere that we can get back to our normal schedule again. Probably not as early, but we can see. There's something that's kind of nice about not having to wake up at 6 in order to get ready for an 8 o'clock stream. So I'll wake up at 7 and get ready. Well, actually, by the time we get settled in, I can pretty much just roll out of bed, and in half an hour I can be out on a run for streaming. So really, I probably could sleep in till 7:30 and then still get out for an 8 o'clock stream. But like the other day, shoot, I was like tried to sleep in till 8. Yeah, and I do the same thing. Up until today, of course, when I was working, because I was teleworking the whole time. And I always had either, depending on who it was, either one of my favorite gamers on YouTube or some of my favorite DJs on Twitch playing on in the background while I was working. Mostly for my dog, because I had it on my big TV so that my dog had something, because she loved the visual effects of the DJs. And then my favorite gamer on YouTube, I don't know if it was just his voice or what, because he usually plays like pretty chill like games, you know, a lot of city builders, a lot of RPG games, that kind of stuff, a lot of simulation type games. So, you know, it's not like a whole lot of action or whatever going on. You know, he's not playing Call of Duty or something. But I think it's just his voice. She loves listening to him, I think, because she will just be watching the most boring thing while he's sitting there talking. Well, and I take that back. It's not boring. It's just which way is going. They're going, so I'm gonna go across. I like the kind of games that he plays. So that's why he's my favorite streamer. I mean, yeah, sure, you can watch like Ninja or somebody, you know, playing freaking Fortnite or Call of Duty or whatever it happens to be, Apex or, you know, any of those games, if that's your thing. I mean, I do follow Ninja just because sometimes it's fun when he's teaming up with a team, so, them yelling at each other and stuff. It's kind of funny, but and I'm not discounting Ninja playing Fortnite, because if you watch any of my gaming streams that I do, it's usually Fortnite, because that's the only game that's cross-platform that my friends play. And nobody else but me is a PC gamer. Everybody else has a console or a, you know, Nintendo Switch or whatever it happens to be. So it's hard for me to play games with them. So usually it's Fortnite. So if I'm streaming, it's usually Fortnite, because you guys don't want to watch me. I've tried playing like some of the games I love to play, but it's kind of boring. You're just listening to me talk. Where if I'm playing with one of my friends, then, you know, you get to hear the conversations going on and that kind of stuff. So but I will be, so I haven't decided yet. So I got two things I got to figure out. And I haven't figured out if I'm going to do a, we're going to have to wait, a poll on my Twitch page or something, or on my Instagram. But first things we got to figure out is what color I'm going to dye my hair. Now that I don't have to adhere to military regulations. And I have, because when I go to raves and occasional races and stuff, I color my hair anyways, dye my hair. So I have some already, and I don't want to buy any more. But my options are red, blue, green, and purple right now. I think I have a fifth color, but I don't remember what it is. Now Kamitska, she really wanted me to do or not Kamitska. I don't remember. Kamitska wanted me to, I think it was Kamitska, or one of my female followers, wanted me to do blue with purple tips. And I was like, you got to keep in mind, I'm doing this myself. So there's going to be no fancy like this or that. And the only part of my hair that's going to really get colored is the top, because the sides I'm still going to keep fairly short. But just because it bugs me if I don't keep my hair trimmed up on the sides. Now, the top of my head is actually longer than it's been in probably 15 years or longer, like maybe 20 years. Now, I used to have like full, like long, like surfer hair for the longest time before I joined the military. But skiing, tennis, well, let's put it this way. I will do any sports. I may not be the best at it. I love playing golf. I suck at golf. I can ski, but I prefer snowboarding. I have my own snowboard. but I just don't ever get an opportunity to go out much. I've played tennis. I suck at tennis. I'm still actually pretty good at basketball. Even though I haven't played for a long time, I'm not the best ball handler in the world, but I can still shoot a ball really good. I mean, shoot, 10 years ago when I was still playing a lot of basketball, I still had, like an 80% three-point average. Now, you get me down less than 20 feet, I can't make any shot. I am definitely a behind the arc shooter. But I haven't actually tried. I know my hops are not as good as they used to be. But I used to be able to dunk a ball pretty easy too. But I was also a collegiate high jumper, so that makes sense. Well, I was a decathlete, but like in high school, I was all state high jumper. But I was also all state in discus and javelin and 100 meters, which is why so I'll fly. Oh, I don't know what that is about, but whatever. Yeah, I'd say in all arounds. I was always told I had a pole vaulter's body, but my school, like I said, I went to a really small school, so they couldn't afford the liability insurance to have pole vaulting as one of their track and field events. So I never got to do it until I got to college, and then I was so far behind the power curve then. People had been doing it for 4 years in high school, but wasn't the best pole vaulter. But I was a pretty good high jumper, and my two best events were high jump and 100 meters. I was super fast. Like fast enough that if I would have just wanted to focus on one event, probably would have been an Olympic qualifier for 100 meters. Because my fastest I ran was a 10.54. Which is what a lot of the, let's say, not as competitive countries, like their fastest people are right around that. So now that wouldn't get me in the gosh dang. So there's my 10%. We got about a mile and a half, so we'll see if we make it all the way through the stream or not. But that's not even close to like US top performer. But like I said, I never focused on training for it. I still got my speed, not quite as fast as I was then, but now, because I haven't been doing it for so long, I have to be really careful about injuring myself if I try and take off in a fast sprint. That's how I tore my hamstring about 10 years ago. Drills we were doing was sprints, and for like the first 4 or 5 sprints, these were maybe 60, 70 yard sprints. I was only maybe doing like 70-80% effort and coming in first. And then I got put in a heat with a guy that thought he was faster than me. And as soon as he crept up beside me and started to accelerate, I was like, oh, hell no. And I turned on the burners. Took about 5 steps and felt something snap in my hamstring, and that's what it was. It tore my hamstring. And that's not even my bad hamstring that I have right now that I have to worry about. Because that was my right hamstring. My left hamstring is my weak one, even though my left leg is my power leg. My hamstring is weak. That's where I have issues with runner's knee, creep up every now and then if I do too many miles on flat ground, pavement, that type of stuff, versus getting some hills and stuff in there. It's vertical. I'll start having issues with my runner's knee. And then also, because it's so weak, if I try and do a fast pace in a marathon, or it would be a marathon, because it's usually around between 18 and 22 miles, as long as my hamstring makes it. And then it has issues trying to go fast paces, because I don't really bonk. Like, they always talk about how people hit the wall or bonk in a marathon, and because of my hamstring, I can't push myself fast enough to do that. So I end up just having start getting like hamstring muscle twinges, which will then it'll creep into a cramp, and once that happens, I'm done. Can't push through it, can't do anything, and the rest of me feels fine. I'll actually get done with the marathon, and the next day go out and run like a 8-10 mile recovery run, no problem. Only one time have I ever truly hit the wall and bonked on a marathon, and that was Vancouver Marathon in Vancouver, Canada. Probably, oh wow, this lady that we're gonna come up to, she's been running since before we left. She headed out the other direction. So she must have a marathon coming up to be running this many miles. Oh, you're from Canada? Cool. Yeah, that year, the Vancouver Marathon, it was taking a toll on the elites even. But I was full body spasms and cramps and everything, and I forced myself to make it the last 4 miles, and like I was dry heaving, and because I had nothing left in me, full body cramps and spasms. They had 3 of the elites get rushed to the hospital on ambulance within like they just collapsed within a mile, half mile from the finish line. That was a tough one. Like, one of my teammates, who was just a fantastic marathoner, he ended up dropping out at mile 16 because it was starting to take a toll on him. And that should have been my cue. Should have been my cue that maybe I'm not going to be able to finish this. Because it was unseasonably warm was the big thing that year. That might have been 4 years ago by now. I get a little mixed up with how everything's been shut down pretty much the last 2 years on when I ran these races. So it could have been 4 years ago. I really think it was 3 though. Really think it was 3 years ago. I had my dog, and she wasn't a puppy anymore, so it had to have been 3 years ago. Good afternoon, geese. Well, they didn't even say hi back. So rude. Oh, there's no graffiti on the walls here on the underpasses. I subconsciously picked it up because of the phone battery almost dying, and now you're thinking about it or consciously thinking about it. I just looked down, I'm like, why am I running a 7.5 minute mile? I mean, don't get me wrong, a 7.5 minute mile is technically my conversational pace. But that's when I'm not carrying a gimbal. When you're only able to pump one arm, you breathe a little harder. That was 8 miles, so that's about right. I said it would be a little over 8. Be close to 8.5 probably. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 8.38. I'm probably actually short, but I'm going to stick with it. 8.38. And we're going to end where the trail crosses the street right past the Porta-Johns. So no cheating on my part if I just look at my watch, it's like, oh wait, 3.8, and then I decide to end the run. Like, that's what we're doing it. No. In fact, I can tell you right now, I'm going to be short. It's probably going to be closer to 8.4 or something. Like, probably 8.47 or something like that. But we're at 8.14 right now. I easily have more than a quarter mile. One thing I need to do once I get this figured out is, once we get somewhere, I'm going to set up a pole for my streams to guess what distance we'll be at. Especially if it's a new route. Because if it is a new route, I have no clue on distance. I just guesstimate like it should be about this far. Will the phone last to the end of the stream? That should be the other pole. I'm done with you guys. But I'm not gonna swipe it away because we only got a little bit left. Every second counts. Yeah, I was off. We just hit 8.38. So probably 8.42 maybe? Right here at this stop sign. It's our stopping point. Stop! Okay. I have no idea what it was because I have messages from work all over everything. Let me get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Holy cow, how many messages people send in the last minute and a half. And by the way, I still can't see because so many fucking messages. The best message I'm gonna get, or let's say the best message I'm not gonna get, is every time we lose a team member or get one added, they always start a new group chat. Well, they're losing me. So they're gonna start a new group chat, and guess what that means? I will be off of that one, because so it'll be so I won't get that one. That'll be the best group chat I don't get. Is the one saying that as we lose team members. Okay, let's see what we got here. 8.44. So I was off. Yeah, thanks for joining. That was actually a pretty decent run. But I'm going to sign off because my phone's about ready to die. So have a good one, PT Noodle. And I will see tomorrow morning. I'll try to stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'll see you guys at the next stream. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining. Feel free to follow me on Twitch. Follow me on all my socials listed down below. Exclamation point socials will also bring that stuff up. Follow me on TikTok, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye, guys. Love y'all.